If you have been wondering if meditation is actually going to help you improve your sleep and get to sleep faster, I want to tell you yes, emphatically yes, yes, yes. And studies have shown this. There was a study done that had two groups, and they paralleled the groups. One was taught the external good sleep habits, so how to get quality sleep, how to prepare your routine, and the other group was taught mindfulness awareness. And when you looked at the two groups, the mindful awareness group absolutely saw improvements over and above the other group who was taught the quality sleep habits that improved reduced insomnia, anxiety, fatigue. It helped the inflammatory markers. And also, when you took a look at the study, it helped minimize the everyday accidents that happen, those things that happen when we're clumsier and we're not thinking clearly. And they saw a reduction in those daytime activities that are many times attributed to not having a good night's sleep. So there are two things that you need to sleep better. Number one, you need that external, that quality sleep environment. And if you subscribe now to this video, in the next video, I will share with you lots of tips on how you can create that routine, how you can set up really easy tips, some of them a little bit surprising than what you might have heard in the past. And if you subscribe now, turn on the notifications, you'll get notified as soon as that video comes up. And today I really want to talk about that internal world, right? So the second thing is the internal mind is racing and we have these thoughts. We've all been there when we've had this crazy long day and we're exhausted. Maybe we didn't sleep the night before and we're feeling so tired that we can barely keep our eyes open. And you don't know how you're going to make it through the end of the day, and you finally crawl in bed. If you're like me, you love your sheets, and you lay down and the mind starts and the looping starts, and all of a sudden your mind is racing and it's keeping you up and you can't fall asleep. How is that possible? Well, meditation allows you to put space in between the thoughts, so you move from this activity, not just the day-to-day activity of the to-do list, but that mental activity. So you can start to get deeper and deeper levels of rest. During meditation, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system. So you enter a state of rest and relaxation. And so that's one of the biggest reasons that meditation helps, is there's two very different properties of sleep and the healing properties and meditation. So if you look at deep sleep, and according to Deepak Chopra's studies that he teaches, the deep sleep state, he calls it restful dullness. And the state of restfulness is when the mind is not active. There's very little awareness. And the reason it's so beneficial is that the body is realigning all the cells. It's returning to homeostasis. It's regenerating. It's clearing toxins out of the brain. So all of that healing process is being done in sleep. And as an example too, we know what it's like when we're sick. We just need a lot of sleep. Or if we're recovering from an injury, we're sleeping more. We don't know why, because the body is recovering. It needs that sleep. So you're not going to be able to swap meditation if you start a regular meditation practice for less sleep, and nor can you swap sleep for meditation. The two are very different. And in meditation actually mimics the beginning stages of the sleep cycle. And in meditation, Deepak calls that restful alertness. So the body is really relaxed and rested, and the mind is beginning to relax. And of course, the mind and body are connected. So as the body relaxes, the mind relaxes. And again, you enter that state of rest and relaxation. The parasympathetic nervous system begins to be stimulated, and fight or flight instantly shuts down. So you start to see the healing benefits in meditation. Stress is reduced instantly, and you start to receive that restful alertness. And the two properties are both very different and really, really important. And when you have a meditation practice, also with the quality sleep, it begins to exponentially begin to improve your life, because we know that both of these habits are really keystone habits. Quality sleep and meditation are going to change everything in your life. It changes your health, it changes your clarity of mind, your relationships. Everything in the body starts to realign and release toxicity and return to its natural state of balance and wholeness. So the other reason that meditation is beneficial to quality sleep is that because of that state that meditation is mimicking in the beginning of deep sleep states, you begin to rewire the brain with this neuroplasticity. So the brain begins to remember and have more experience with what it's like to be in that state of rest and relaxation. So again, it's leading to that exponential, it's leading to that cumulative. And for those of you that have heard me say that you should meditate twice daily, even if it's just a tiny meditation at the end of the day, that meditation kind of bumpers your day. So it releases the stress of the day and allows you to enter your night. And then when you get quality sleep in the night, you're getting all of that healing. You wake up refreshed. You can have a meditation that really sets your day with that de-stressing, that clarity of mind, and then you can move into your day. And so you begin to take this journey of healing in multiple avenues of your life. And the last reason that meditation is fantastic for sleep is that it trains the mind on how to focus on a single point. So in meditation, you have a focal point or a point of awareness. And we know that when that mind's racing at night, it's bouncing around from here to there and here to there. And in meditation, you're not stopping the thoughts. You don't have to clear the mind. You just have to expand that space between the thoughts. And so when you focus on one particular thing, we know the breath is a really powerful practice for meditation. When you bring your awareness back to the breath, you instantly enter that rest and relaxation, and you're in the present moment. So your mind's not focused on what happened in the past or what's going to happen in the future. It's here in the present moment. And you have space between the thoughts. And then the next thought comes up. What do I have to do tomorrow? And then as soon as you notice that thought, you come back to your focal point. And so using that same practice at night, instead of letting your mind reel of, what do I have to do? What did I get done? What did I forget to do? How could I improve this? What about this project, this conversation? I need to do this. I have to get this done. And all of those things that we worry about before we go to sleep at night. Then when we expand the space between those thoughts, we slow the mind, we slow the body, and we can start to settle into sleep. I want to give you 3 really powerful techniques that you can use once you're in bed and once you are starting to fall asleep at night. And the first one is like that focal point. It's a body scan. And so you're going to bring your awareness to various parts of the body. So you can start at the top of your head, and you can just notice if there are any experiences. I like to sort of do a quick scan of the body and notice if there are any areas that are kind of feel different, if there maybe there's some pain, there's an itch, or maybe I just feel like my stomach is a little queasy, and maybe there was something in my day that I'm worried about. You can feel maybe spots of anxiety in the body. The body stores all of those negative energies. And so in meditation, you're actually releasing all those so you have more clarity, again, helping you fall asleep. So I'll do a quick scan of the body, and then I'll go back and I'll start at the top of the head. And I'll just notice certain areas. I want my facial muscles to relax. I might carry some tension in my jaw. I can feel my jaw relaxing, my ears, even sometimes the hairline and the shoulders moving away from the ears. We hold on to the arms a lot of times. So if you can feel the arms becoming heavy, the hands becoming heavy. And if you focus on one area of the body at a time and you just rest there, and then move to the next area of the body, you'll start to shut down that fight or flight. You'll start to move in a state of restfulness, and thoughts will come up. So every time a thought comes up, you just notice it. And instead of following the trail of, oh my gosh, first thing in the morning, I'm going to write that email, I'm going to get that done, and it's going to be off of my plate. Instead of going down what you're going to say in the email, just come back to the body, because that is going to be there tomorrow. You are not getting any productive work done in this state that you are trying to fall asleep. So you'll just take your awareness to different parts of the body. And I have a guided meditation, and you can use this guided meditation while you're sleeping if you like to be guided, which is really nice. And you also have the focal point of my voice, and I'll guide you. So when your awareness drifts, you come back to my voice, you come back to the spot in the body. So that's the first one. The second one is a breathing technique that I love called 4-7-8. So again, the breath is very powerful. It brings you into the present moment. And you can do just a counting breath for the same inhale and the same exhale. It's nice if you want to make the exhale just a tiny bit longer than the inhale. So you can do a count of 3, inhaling and exhaling on a count of 3, whatever is comfortable. And my favorite breath technique that I learned from Dr. Andrew Weil is called 4-7-8. And I'll put the link into his video here. The 4-7-8 is an inhale for a count of 4 for 4 seconds, and then you hold the breath for 7, and then you exhale completely longer for an 8 count. And so do that for inhaling for 4, holding for 7, exhaling for 8. Do that twice, and then breathe normally. Please do this while you're seated. If you're doing this in active life, it's fantastic to create space if you're stressed or anxious. If you want to break a habit, that is a great breath to use in activity. And at night, it works for me all the time when I'm having trouble sleeping. So if you were doing it in activity, please only do 2 rounds, go into normal breathing, and then you can work up. You can work up to 4 to 6 rounds, and you'll really start to feel the body relaxed. The third practice that you can try at night, you can either do this seated to begin to relax, or you can do it laying down, and it's recapitulating or just kind of recapping your day. And so all you want to do is start from the minute you wake up in the morning, and you want to watch your day like it's a movie, like you're watching this video. And you want to see yourself when you first woke up, the first impulse of thought, and maybe you laid in bed for about 5 minutes. Maybe you heard the alarm when you first heard the alarm, and you can see yourself in bed, you can feel the pillow, and you just run through very quickly without analyzing, without any judgment, without any evaluation. Next, maybe you get up and you meditate. You see yourself going to the meditation room, whatever your morning practice is. So you'll basically watch your day, and you just run through it really like you're watching the movie. If you skipped a part, you don't have to go back. You just keep going all the way until you get to the moment that you did your bedtime routine, that you changed your clothes, that you laid in bed, and then maybe you started this recapitulation or this recapping process. And so again, that gives you a focal point. It also allows you to release a lot of the activity of the day, so it really kind of slows things down. I love it because it also allows me to have a little more gratitude in my life, because I sort of recap and I can see my day and I start to remember things more. I start to be a little more mindful of looking into the eyes of the people that I'm with. And so every time that I do this process regularly, I start to really just have better days, and a little more gratitude naturally emerges. But as you're recapping, you don't want to evaluate that was good or that was bad. And that's the neutrality. And the same thing is true for the meditation. It's completely neutral. All thoughts are neutral. You're just bringing your awareness back to the focal point, and that would be recapping your day. And so the daytime practice of meditation in the morning, and hopefully maybe there's a little one in the afternoon, you can bumper your day with this meditation. That practice of meditation in your active life, that restful alertness, is going to continue to allow you to practice present moment awareness. And so when you have that muscle that's strong, the neuroplasticity in the brain that's been rewired to have more and more experience with that, you will fall asleep faster and you will get better sleep. If you like this video, please thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. You can turn on the notifications, because in the next video, I'm going to go over the 12 tips that you need to have a really beautiful quality sleep environment. So I'll see you in the next video.